Team USA scrimmages are in the books. How have BI, Trey, and Herb looked? Plus, we're going to talk Zion playing at the 5. And can the Pelicans win with Jonas Valanciunas at the 5? Devin Snow will also join, discussing his bow fishing trip with the boys. And we're going to talk Zion JV mostly tonight. Pro Pels Talk starting right now.
First took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth now.
All right, 5 Lido in studio. Man, we've had a week.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about more later tonight. Let's get right into it though. Team USA, you've been seeing a lot of stuff there on Twitter, on YouTube. A lot of positives, a lot of negatives, in my opinion. 5, I'll start with you first. You said before we got on the show, you kind of saw some snippets, kind of watched some things. My opinion is Brandon Ingram's not touching the ball enough. I think that's already a problem for Team USA, that he's not the focal point. I've seen. I watched the first scrimmage where they lost to the select team, and I was like, "Wow, Brandon is not touching the ball." What did you see there?
It's like AAU right now. That's what it feels like. Like, yo, whoever catches the rebound, that's who's shooting it. Like, that's what it feels like. Unless it's Brandon and he's gonna make for his team, and then someone else is gonna score. But there's a lot of, as you would kind of expect, guys just trying to get their numbers or kind of assert their dominance. But I think they should kind of lean towards Brandon and allow Brandon to make for them, and them kind of be the secondary options. But you look at a guy like Jalen Brunson. I think you said before the show, like he pounds the rock, and he kind of did that for the Knicks. And it's kind of like just trying to make these styles kind of mesh together to be like one cohesive unit, but everybody's kind of like jockeying for a position.
Right. I think even Steve Kerr set out, after one of the practices, like more ball movement. One thing you have been seeing of Brandon in some of the snippets is passing. And we keep saying it. He's one of the most underrated passers in the league. What do you think so far of what you've seen from him through the first 2 scrimmages from Brandon?
I tweeted this 2 days ago. I think Brandon is the best passer on the team. He's the best playmaker on the team. And I think that he needs to be involved more with running the show. Simply not because of his offense, but because of his offense also, because I did see him hit a couple pull-up threes, and that was a welcome sight for me. I really feel like Brandon has been doing this thing where he's being creative off the dribble. He's finding guys in the corner. He's finding the short corner. He's finding guys all the way on the other side in the long corner. He is just in playmaker mode at this point, and it's kind of sad that, to me, like, them losing to the select team didn't really bother me. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, that happens. I mean, the dream team lost too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like the thing that does it kind of annoys me is that, like, you come to a team with players with equal or greater talent than you, and you play how you play on your team. Like, you can't do that. You gotta submit to the guys on the roster. The guys, in my opinion, being Brandon. In my opinion, that's the pecking order as far as like the best players on the team. So everything after them is lanyard. Like, after that, you do your thing.
And off of the 40-minute video I saw on YouTube, Jared, like, I just didn't see any. There was one set for Brandon. I think might have been a little Iverson screen in which he gets it, one dribble, and I think he shares it to Mikal in the corner. It's a wide open 3.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was, as you're saying, AAU basketball.
Yeah, it's a terrible brand of basketball right now for the USA team. I mean, it's kind of what you expect. But, I mean, I think they just need to find lineups and see who plays well with the other person's, right? Like, whose skill set kind of like Mikal. Like, on this team, he's probably going to be a 3-and-D guy.
Right.
Not to say that that's who he is on a regular basis, but that's kind of what he is on this team. One, he's kind of used to it playing in Phoenix, right? So it's an easy adjustment for him. But you look at a guy like Ant, you look at a guy like Brandon, you look at a guy like Tyrese Halliburton. They're the guys on their team. Like, there's only one basketball. So, like, the basketball got to be in somebody's hands for somebody else to make plays. I think it's best fit for Brandon, and then allow everybody else to kind of be secondary or tertiary offensive guys.
And another guy that's been showing out is Cade Cunningham, who
can we talk about this? Because
absolutely.
They were crushing. They were crushing this.
Cade
dude.
looked good, man.
They were crushing this dude maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, probably before the draft, he looked out of shape. This, that, and the third. He looked out nah, dude, dude can hoop. Dude can hoop. He's going to do really good things in Detroit. They got Monty and a whole slew of kind of guys, bro.
Yeah.
They're going to be a really exciting team. I don't expect them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they're going to be a really good team to watch, especially with him, Jaden Ivey, and one of the Thompson twins now. It's like
I think I Bogdanovich. Like people forget, like
Jalen Duran.
Yeah,
he's
they
on
got
the,
some talent.
he's on the
man.
select team as well. So
Yeah.
man, bro, that's gonna be a really good team.
He stood out to me. Like, I mean, I don't know, when people see Cade for whatever reason, I don't know, they don't believe what they're seeing with their eyes. Like Jalen Cade is really good. To me, Cade stood out. Trey and Herb, of course, stood out. But like, yo, I'm looking at Jalen Duran is looking like a grown man, dog. Like, I don't even know.
And then he's like, he's almost like he's young too.
Bro,
Like
he's
like
19.
super. Yeah, he was supposed to be in like this year's draft, not last year's.
He looks good. Speaking of a guy you just mentioned,
Bro,
go ahead.
I seen hell before.
Oh man,
I mean, it's hell outside right now, but that looked like hell in Vegas. Like I've seen that many a times. You got the other clip too?
yeah, I was going to. You know what? We're gonna play it again. So wait, if you're watching, we're gonna play the second clip here. Let me unmute y'all here. So.
the one thing DMX told me, it was dark and hell is hot.
Say, bro, like what are you supposed to do? Like,
you can't pick him, dog.
bro.
Here's
This
the
is
second clip.
this
Here's
is
the second
This
clip.
is fucking nuts. This is fucking nuts. You talk about the block. I'm talking about the ground that he covered
Bro,
to
he was
fucking
everywhere.
get there.
He was everywhere,
Bro, I'd hate playing against her.
He was-
I'd hate it.
Did you see he helps
bro. He was
deflects
all
the pass
over the floor.
and then sprints to the corner and blocks it? I'm like, this isn't normal. Like that's not normal.
Listen, that deal he got, it was a deal.
It's a deal.
He was worth more than that, dog.
It's a deal.
You would be shocked by some other.
I don't
people
care.
what they
I
say.
don't care what they
I don't
say.
care what they say, bro. That is not normal.
So Jared, I'll start with you. You've seen little snippets of Trey and Herb. Let's start with Herb. What have you liked from him? Because I think guys that are, I mean, obviously you see that, and to not be on an all NBA defense,
Bro, Herb Jones can play on any basketball team in the NBA. Any one of them.
really.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
that good. He can play on any basketball team
And
in the
start.
NBA and start. Like he
Wow.
could be all defensive on any team as long as the guys that are supposed to be the guys are playing. That's how good he is. Like he can change everything that you do by just being on the floor.
And Jared, what's frustrating, because we all talk about Herb and love the way he plays. Like his rotation right there doesn't show up in a box score. None of that shows up in a box score. The block does, obviously,
Man,
but the
block-
rotations and all that different kind of stuff that doesn't show up in the box score, and that's what we see every single day from him.
You know what that does? It impacts like the team on the other, like all right, when he gets the block.
Mhm.
But really, what that does is the next time you come down the court, you're thinking about where the Herb is.
Yep.
He's almost like Ed Reed. Like, where's Herb?
Y'all
Before-
compared him to Ed Reed multiple times on
that's
the
how
basketball court.
that's how he fit. Like, that's what it looks like. Like, where's Herb? Go the other way. Like, we're gonna go the other way.
He guarded literally two people in about 15 feet of space in a span of 3 seconds
Yo,
and got a block.
listen, you was good.
Yeah, go ahead.
So listen, check this out. The one thing when you play offense, when you playing defense, the one thing you hate is to guard multiple actions. I've said that multiple times. You don't want to guard multiple actions. But what do you do when the fucking guy checking you loves to guard multiple actions? What do you do? What do you do when the guy checking you, right? When usually like, man, if I'm calling for a pick, I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone. There's nothing. You're not fighting your way through that. What do you do when you can't even pick the guy? When a guy refuses to die on a pick, and not only he's going to get around the pick, but he's going to hedge the screen so hard on the other end that the guy who sets the pick, he can't even roll. And I'm literally in both of y'all's shirt pocket. Like, it's nothing you can do.
Can I roll that first clip again, Lito? Because he just blows it up. Y'all are muted, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Lito.
No, he couldn't even roll. Like, it was like he set a great pick. But
that's Jaren Jackson. Like, that's
That's not a small person.
Yeah. Well, Jalen Duren said he was small, but like, yeah, no, but like you can't even. He set a pick on him, and it was a good pick, but it's not a good pick on Herb Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Enough.
Like, it's not enough. You gotta. I don't know what you gotta do. Like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, this dude is one of the greatest defenders I've ever seen in my life.
And he's never made an All NBA
because they stupid.
It's not that they're stupid.
They're stupid.
Okay, they stupid. But look, listen. Like,
well, we know, it's one.
Yeah. Like,
you already know.
Yeah.
Bro, it's politics to it, but man, that dude is so good on the defensive end. Like, there's stuff he does you can't teach. You can try to teach it. You can try to say, hey, you want to guard. I think the NBA teaches guys to, kind of guard the first action and then allow the help, right? And then kind of rotate because it's low-key easier. Herb doesn't allow easy to happen. He doesn't. He's not gonna just die on stuff and like just allow things to happen. Like, no, you're gonna have to beat me. And I won't allow you just to beat me. And then I'm gonna help and get to the corner because I know that's where you want to go.
And then you have the length and athleticism. Like I took a screenshot of like how high he was and the length. It's ridiculous. You're not getting a shot over the. Was it game one of Brooklyn last year? He blocked KD again.
Yeah.
It was in the corner. I think it was.
Yeah, he was.
I think one of y'all even might tweet. I've never seen KD block like that.
Yeah, never.
That was me.
Yeah, that was Lito.
You.
Yeah. Not like that. Not like that. No.
Listen, Mikal Bridges doesn't have like a low arcing shot. Like, he has super long arms and it's a really high release. And Herb got to it.
Yo,
off of help, off of taking the short roll.
And you literally took a guy who just in the second half of the season averaged like 25, 26 a game in his time in Brooklyn and Mikal. He had him looking fucking regular. He had him looking like he didn't know what to do. He didn't want to see him. He didn't want to face him. Mikal looked like he just wanted to turn around and Bob Cousy that shit all the way back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want to dribble that no more, man. Like you
should drop the Bob Cousy on there.
Shout out to Bob.
Trey Murphy. I haven't seen much of Trey. I've seen snippets of it. He's doing his thing.
We think that the evolution is going to happen.
I think Schmidt might have tweeted that out today. There was I think an off-ball movement for Trey on a top of the arc.
Gave it up.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's really like the offense. Hopefully, the Pelicans kind of look at that and like Trey had to get so much of his points off of initial transition. It was never secondary breaks for him. It's always the initial. Like once he got the ball like during the season, this season, like he had to shoot it or he wasn't getting it back. On this team, like he got it, gave it up, and relocated. Like if Trey Murphy is relocating, bro, and they looking for him, like it's trouble.
Especially if he's the one creating it initially.
Yeah.
If he's creating initially and giving it up, and then because you're gonna lose him in the switching, and if he's getting it back like that, like I feel like that's a problem.
Jared, I don't know if you saw this clip. There was a moment I think today where I saw Brandon Ingram set a flare screen and then slip, and I'm like, it was just good to see it. It was good to see like, oh wow, you involve. You involve. I think it might have been a flare screen for Mikal. It was a shooter, right? And then you slip off of it. I'm just like, it could be so simple,
bro. If Brandon Ingram setting flare screens, we talked about this. I always said if Trey Murphy wanted the ball, just set screens, bro. Speaking of setting screens, speaking of people relocating, Steph Curry has been having this team camp. In the shit that he's doing in these team camps,
greatness,
masterclass,
bro. It's ridiculous. Like
we were literally just talking about.
Like it's ridiculous, bro.
Show it to every single kid. I think you tagged me in one. Like just show it to every single kid in America. Bro. That's how you're supposed to work.
Oh, and if I'm watching any of that team camp, and you look at it and like they were playing 5-on-5 with Steph, and like they found Steph every
right.
Man, it just kind of makes Draymond not be a Hall of Famer, kind of a good thing. But man, Steph Curry is absolutely amazing. Just like the thought process that he has and the willingness to kind of like, this is what we want to do. This is how we're gonna accomplish that. And the work ethic that he kind of has behind it, it's one of one.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the most that? Yeah, I feel like I could get Steph 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could find him.
Yeah, he's that good.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
one important thing.
Can I say one thing?
One important thing, and this is only one thing. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
The most important clip that I saw was there was a clip of Steph teaching. I think it was some high school women's basketball players, and it was a lot of they were open, and it was a lot of you know what I'm saying. And Steph was like, "Yo, the worst thing you can do is beg for the ball. If you want the ball, move. It's no wrong movement you can make. The worst movement you can make is moving back towards half court."
I can't tell you. I can't tell you how many kids at the high school level do that, where they just call for it and they fade away from the goal. And Steph Curry literally goes, literally do anything else, back cut, face cut, screen, anything else. Don't do that. And it's just like learning from him, seeing that camp, and I'm sure he's done it before, but I've never seen like kind of like an all access like this, like what it's like with Steph Curry here. Last thing before we get into the next segment, what do y'all like? Lito, start with you. What's it like seeing the pictures of Trey, Herb, and Brandon on Team USA? Do you I don't know, do you put much stock into that? I mean, it's still kind of cool to see those young guys. I mean, if you think about it, Brandon's what, 25, 26, Herb and Trey are 23, 24. Those guys are young. Seeing those three, on Team USA representing the country, representing our franchise, representing our city, to me, that's a really cool thing. What is that like to you? And then
hell yeah, I put a lot of stock into it. Like I put the utmost stock into it because it's all about the experience. Like, of course, yeah, you represent the country, but the wealth of basketball knowledge you'll acquire in that setting is like not something you'll get in the 82 game situation. You're not gonna get that in the NBA training camp. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that in the NBA practice. Hell, you might not get that in the finals. Like you'll get the finals experience, but like as far as like from all these great coaches at their, whether at college or NBA, like I put a lot of stock in that because I've seen the results from guys coming back from playing in FIBA or the Olympics or whatever, the USA, the select team, and I see how they turn it on at a certain point. Like they understand. It's like it's like they're unlocking them from a mental standpoint, but also like the physical aspect starts to catch up too, especially for 23, 24-year-olds like Herb and Trey. Brandon, I think, has all the tools to do that. I think Brandon's only thing is health. But if he's going to get sharper mentally in that setting, that, yeah, man.
And not to mention, I want to get your thoughts too, Five, but like you have people like Grant Hill and Chris Paul showing up and Kyle Lowry and like those guys, like being in that gym in that setting, it's got to mean a lot to those guys. Go ahead, Five.
You got Ty Lue, Steve Kerr.
I would say Ty Lue and
what's your Mark Fear? Like, come on, dog. These are basketball junkies, basketball insane people that just love the X's and O's and the kind of the player development, and they have a track record for it. I mean, what do you expect? I expect Brandon and Herb and Trey to soak all this information in, and hopefully we see a better version. Hell, you can look at somebody like Jose Alvarado that played FIBA last year, and you saw the kind of the confidence roll over into the season. Like that definitely can happen for these guys as well.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good point. Presented by Crystal Hot Sauce. Next segment, Lito, let's talk about Zion. It's still frustrating that I don't really see much of him with off-season workouts. You've seen literally everybody else, but whatever, that's not him. Do you think the Pelicans will experience with Zion at the 5 during spurts of the game? I'm not saying he's gonna be the starting 5. What I mean is during the second, third, and obviously closing groups, can this team succeed with Zion at the 5?
Do I think they'll see it, or do I think I'll see it, or do I think they'll succeed?
Both. Let's do both.
Yeah, I think both.
You think they'll succeed?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, what 5 is gonna like it? Hold on, let me say this. It depends on the usage of him while he's playing the 5.
Elaborate.
If he's gonna just post up centers, I don't necessarily like that. But if he can get him on a perimeter and use his quickness to attack their feet, then obviously, yes, he's gonna win that matchup every time. But if he has Joel Embiid guarding him in a post, like I don't necessarily like. I know Zion is the better athlete, but 7'1" is 7'1" or 7'2", whatever Joel is. Like that's a tall mountain to climb. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of how athletic you are. But yeah, I do think it could be successful in spurts. I do think I think it depends on the Pelicans taking advantage of matchups all around the board. And I think that, if you're looking at, hell, if Jokic is on Zion, like, yeah, bring his ass to the perimeter and abuse him. Get past him. You know what I'm saying? You could even you could even learn how to draw fouls. Once you get past them, slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think it could work out in our advantage in a number of ways.
And I'm glad you brought that up because you mentioned Embiid and Jokic are the two premier centers in the league. But Jared, using Zion as a screener, right, with those guys, and then getting the mismatch, whether it be okay, all right, Jokic, you want to switch on to Brandon, good luck. You want to switch on to CJ, good luck. And then if you do stop that, okay, now I have Jamal Murray on me, or maybe I have, a Michael Porter Jr. is not a great example, but some of those guys like Zion versus Tobias Harris, I'm taking that all day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of stuff I'm looking at. My biggest question is defensively.
Yeah.
Who's going to rebound? Who's going to surround Zion? Because you're probably your other forward, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jared, is Trey, CJ, Brandon, and either Herb/Dyson. Like that group is great offensively. Can they clear the boards?
All right. So I think the Pelicans just need to change their philosophy in rebounding just as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like just allowing JV or allowing one person to get boards is not a recipe for success. I think they gave up way too many second chance points. More shots on goal means more shots going in. Hence why, they would be down a lot. So if I don't know if Zion plays at 5. To be honest, I would like Trey at the 5. But also if
you'd be like positionless, I guess.
Exactly. Like I
saw somebody in the comments like Trey at the 5. That's really stupid. I don't explain what you mean by that.
Like, all right, if you Trey's 6'10", so it just depending on the matchup, right? If there's a Miles Turner out there, I can live with Trey Murphy playing the 5 versus a Miles Turner rather than a Joel Embiid. If that's the case, then I'm not going to have them at the 5 anyway because they're going to get murdered on the other end. So, but also that could also help if you have Trey at the 5 and Joker or Embiid is guarding Trey Murphy on the other end.
It's funny. I'm glad you mentioned it because people only take one side of things.
Yeah.
This is a two-sided thing here. Now, okay, Embiid or Jokic or whoever rim protector has to guard now a 40% three-point shooter.
And with a clip that's really deep, that opens everything up for Zion and Brandon. So it's a catch-22, but also that it takes practice, right? How many times they're going to get these options to kind of use Trey in that situation. I don't know if Zion's going to ever play the 5. Just to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen. It just doesn't. What's the plus of it, right? Joker, like that can happen anyway. They can just get.
But we're talking about a 3-minute segment. We're talking about 3 minutes, like the one possession game. Can he play the 5?
He could, but also it'd be positionless anyway.
Right.
You can play 4 and 5. Okay, cool. You're switching those anyway. So
right.
I don't know if that gains any steam from it, but putting the ball in his hands in places where he can be, beneficial or he has an advantage. I think that's key. Is just creating those advantages.
Because what I'm thinking is, and obviously, Larry Nance is kind of the small ball 5, but if you could, and it's not a shot at Larry, but if you're putting your best foot forward trying to win a ball game, I'd like to see Zion surrounded by Trey,
shooters,
CJ, Brandon, and whatever. You can take Dyson, you can take Herb, you can take Jose. I don't really care who the 5th guy is, but that's what I kind of want to see. I want to ask you this question because now I think about it, Lito. You see Dyson working his ass off. You see Trey. You see Herb. You see CJ. You see Brandon. You see all these guys.
Yeah,
they all have workout videos. Every single one of them has workout videos. Is it a big deal that Zion doesn't post this kind of stuff?
No. Because
why?
Because when you can wake up, regardless if you're in shape or not, and get 27 points, like what does a workout video tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gain much from that. And to be honest, the way he plays basketball, he's much more of a gamer than like a practice player.
Explain.
You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean is like, all right, for instance, like we talk about with Brandon, the boxing and elbow situation, and it's so crazy. Hold on.
Oh, the doubling of Brandon Ingram is insane.
Why is he getting doubled in FIBA basketball? Like that shit is so crazy. Yo, that's for real. That just tells me how gifted Brandon is offensively,
and they know it. Everybody else know it.
Dog, he getting boxes and elbows
in scrimmage practices. Team USA.
It'd be funny. I think that's Herb.
Yeah,
I think that's all Herb.
You think Herb?
Nah, we're not letting you get nothing. Like he know it.
I can see that.
I think that's all Herb.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that. But so the thing with that is like Zion, right? I'm not saying it wouldn't necessarily work on him. I'm just saying that that dude contorts his body in ways that it's not supposed to be humanly possible. He has the along with his
with the touch.
with touch, along with his body size, pause. He has like the ability to just get through the tiniest crack that the defense gives him. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't believe.
Like you can, I was literally about to say that is crazy. I mean, that is legitimately the worst. That is crazy. That was crazy.
I didn't feel like that was that bad.
Tiniest crack.
I did say pause prior.
You did. But that's why.
Are you saying it's hard to work on that?
Yes, because
you can't right. It's game speed reps, and you can't really.
Nah, because
That's what I'm about to say.
who the hell go unless you practice against Herb? Like who go play defense?
But like Jared, after like the
If I'm Zion, bro, you know what I'm doing?
What?
I'm dropping a pure workout video where I don't touch a basketball. It's nothing but weights, running. I'm in yoga. Like,
don't you think that would be good for him?
Man, like, Zion, hit me up, dog. I got you. I think I'm a marketing genius. I'm waiting on everybody else to realize it. Not really. I just know it. Bro, a video like that, something simple, right? Like, you ain't touching the basketball. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to show your face. Just work out things. It's black and white. It's you doing what you need to do to get your body prepared. If you show that, I don't think people even have these questions about anything.
Could you imagine just one video?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
What's up?
So look, you said not show his face, right?
Yeah.
Remember that black mask Brian had when he was in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, work out on that shit. The villain. Come back the villain. Be the villain.
Yeah, Zion. Be the villain.
Do you think Zion can actually take that and be the actual villain and have that chip on his shoulder?
You know, it's crazy. People down here, we love villains.
Love them.
We love villains. Like,
love them.
Because one, we gonna ride with you.
Hate a hero.
Like, we don't care if America likes you. We like you.
Right? Yeah.
And like, be a villain. Because we gonna be villains too. And you know how people down here, when they feel like they've been wronged, we get the chairs out.
We at you. Yeah. Still chairs on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be the villain. Yeah. Presented by Chris Smith of Latter and Blum. Latter and Blum. I messed that one up. All right, let's get to the last segment and before we get on Devin. Okay. So I thought for sure.
That was crazy. Go ahead.
I gotta review it. I gotta go back to the film there. Lito, we talked about JV all year.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, all summer.
I'm ready to answer.
To trade him, to not trade him. I don't think now we're going to trade him. I know Isaiah Stewart. I know Jared Allen. Can the Pelicans be successful with Jonas Valanciunas at the 5?
Yo, you know what's crazy? We just had a prior segment where we asked if Zion could play the 5.
Yes.
Or if we could put Trey at the 5.
Yes.
Okay, so the crazy thing about the whole thing is we said it's matchup dependent, right? Yeah. So we said that they're going to get attacked. They're going to get attacked one end on defense, but on the other end, you got to let them feed. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's the difference in that situation versus JV? What is the difference?
They not throwing him the ball when he has the advantage.
Did you see JV score a lot of points?
I wasn't mad at that. I wasn't mad at that.
Okay, well, y'all both like that there. What I'm saying though, they made him the focal point on the post, on the block, giving him the basketball.
Yeah.
And guess what?
He scored a lot
of points.
So let me ask you this: could he be successful? Right? Did he lead the team?
I'm scared when he
did he brings the team because this means I'm standing on business right now. Did we reach the postseason with Jonas Valanciunas being his best self, us feeding him the basketball?
No.
I'm talking about not this year, but a year.
Yeah.
Right?
2 years ago, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because he was averaging double doubles and he was dropping 25. What did he drop? 25 against Phoenix?
Yeah, but
in game 2 or 3?
Yeah, 55 double doubles.
Yeah.
Well, look, a lot of people just want to focus on JV slow footed. He's always slow footed. Coverage.
Hey, he's slow footed.
Cool.
Hey, but guess what? That man could on the other end, he could hoop.
Yeah, he could.
And with all the injuries that happen to this team.
All right, let's talk about the slow footedness because this is killing me. JV's actually one of the smarter defensive players on the team.
And not to mention, let me cut you off, 5. The best communicator on the floor.
Bro, you literally hear him. You hear everything. He speaks in a different language. Like he should have some kind of I should understand what JV's saying, but I do because he's loud and you can hear everything. You should know all defensive calls. And his team was 6th in defensive efficiency with the guy that's slow footed. So tell me, how bad is he?
Thank you to Herb Jones, first off, because he covers everything.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But-
I'm with you.
But
if you're gonna play JV, can you at least use
Then
the
play
advantage
him.
that he has on the other end and be creative in that? I understand getting Zion the ball, I understand getting CJ the ball, I understand getting Brandon the ball. But when you have an advantage, go to it. Don't just go to it because he needs to touch the rock. Like, go to it because it works.
Right.
Until they stop it, then you switch it up.
Right.
But half the time the Pelicans stop themselves rather than the other team.
Yeah. No, I was actually going to bring one of the biggest fans of Jonas Valanciunas is Devin Snow. Devin, welcome to the show.
Wow.
We're literally talking
Oh,
about
nah.
Jonas Valanciunas. I want to ask you this question, Devin. Do you want to see him back next year?
Absolutely. I love Jonas. I don't understand the Jonas criticism. I really don't. Yeah, he might have like 15 bad, really lazy games, maybe 15 to 20, but like, bro, when you need him, he's shown up, bro. Like, especially like towards the end of the season, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like play-in games that we've had, Jonas has been special. The series that we had against the Suns, Jonas was special. So I mean, he's just a proven and then here's the last thing about the Jonas thing. Who else you gonna go get? Like who's an upgrade?
Your options are Jared Allen and Isaiah Stewart.
Okay, Jared Allen, let's go. But
okay, in order to get Jared Allen, you can give up Herb Jones.
Yeah, if it's Jared Allen, that's great. But other than that, I don't want to hear it because there's not many dudes that are better. And he's a traditional 5 too. You know what I'm saying? So.
Would you give up Herb Jones for Jared Allen, Jonas Valanciunas?
I'm not giving up Herb Jones.
No, you invested in. Not only did you financially invest in him, but you also an advocate for him being, I mean, one of the top 10 defensive players in the league, if not top 5.
You know what? You know what? I'm pointing again.
Shit.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Devin. But hold on. Check this out. All right. So let's just say you trade for Jared, right? You get the better defensive player, but then you alienate him on the offensive end. No. I'm saying the argument for the better defense, the better rim protector, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then like when they force Jared Allen to score, what you gonna do?
He's going to be played off the floor.
And then, not to say Brandon is an elite passer, but I think he is. But like, you need another elite passer to get Jared Allen the ball, and I don't think you have enough of those. No. So no.
That's true. That's
Devin,
a really good point.
Yeah.
Devin, we were just talking about Zion. You've been big on Zion, and just so you know, we're about to get into the bow fishing. We've already been talking about that, but I want to hear your thoughts on Zion Williamson because you've been waiting for Zion, and he obviously came back last year and had that great little run. Do you believe that he can come back and produce this year, or are you just fully off the train?
Oh no, I'm not off the train, bro. Dude, bro, if the train got 100 wheels, I'm gonna be on it till that motherfucker's got 1. So I'm not off the train. I just think that we redundant. You hate to be redundant. And you hate anything redundant. Anything redundant, usually you get pissed off with it. And that's just where we at. It's not like we don't love the dude. Everybody loves the dude, but look, man, there's been so many instances where like he just couldn't play for so long, or whatever he's doing off the court, which is, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just like more shit that we got to read about that isn't Zion went for 35 and 20, or 35, 15. That's what I want to read about, bro. I don't care who Zion's fucking. So
straight up.
Like a man.
I want to read about like epic NBA on-court headlines about Zion. So, and yeah, dude, going back to last season, I mean, that run we had with him, I mean, I know it was short-lived, but boy, if that wasn't the best time of your life, I mean,
Jared was at the Phoenix game. I'll never forget you and Chris did a show right after, got the most views ever on our network, and then you were at the game. You were saying it was one of the best games you've ever been to in your entire life.
Yeah, easily.
Which one, the Dickie Fit game?
Nah, this was
the 360 game.
Yeah, 360 dunk at the end. Bro, that was ridiculous. One, because it was ultra competitive, and it's Chris Paul and Phoenix Suns. We just had a great series with them, but like the energy in the building, it felt like, nah, bitch, we're gonna fuck y'all up tonight. Like that's what it felt like, and it happened. And then dude made a statement like, "Nah, like I'm here. We ain't about to. Y'all ain't about to punk us."
Right.
And
That was me to Minnesota.
Lito,
game.
what do you take with the people saying that the first place was a mirage in December and things like that? What would you say to those kind of people?
I wouldn't talk to him.
Why? And I'm serious because there's a lot of people that are like, well, we're in first place, and
no, I'm being serious.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not. I wouldn't talk to him. Like you can't tell me you looked at that run, you looked at the shit he was on. Yo, that was some different shit. The shit that he was on during that stretch of basketball, like, dog, look, I was at the Minnesota game. I was right there. Like when that game went to overtime, when he stole the ball and he came down and he dunked that shit, I think I text all of y'all and I was like, nah, he in a whole different stratus. Like I knew he was good, but that motherfucker is better than I realized he was.
Lito said it earlier. He's a gamer. Like he's like NCAA football. You know when they had like the Heisman thing and they had the fucking pulse. You feel it in the joystick. Like that's Zion. Like late in the game, nah, give me the rock. It's about to be a Heisman moment.
And you could see like he comes off like he's a nice guy, but he on the court.
He a
dog.
He a dog.
Well, I think two things stand out because we did kind of forget what Zion was like elite or what was. You always, if you don't watch Zion a lot, you wonder like, what is elite about this dude, right? And then you'll watch a game, and we even got reminded this past year because it had been so long since we saw him. But, dude, the two things that stand out for me is, first of all, he glides. It's like he glides in the paint. It's really crazy. And his finishes, whether it's a layup, really I'm talking about layups, in the paint, they're so crazy, bro. Like, he can make any layup with any contact.
Yeah,
it's the touch. Devin, before you even got on, we were just talking about the touch he has around the rim and around the glass. I'm talking like just different angles where he's finishing. I've never seen that before in my entire life. He'll scoop it up one time. He'll try to finish over you one time. He'll dunk it on you one time. He'll reverse around you one time.
Yeah. So when they say generational talent, that is why, because he does things that you don't see.
He's the second best finisher in the NBA.
Who's first?
Kyrie.
Yeah, it's just like Kyrie does it, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, Kyrie is ridiculous with that.
Yeah.
Devin, we got to talk about this. So I'm gonna bring up this picture at this moment. What was going through your head right here? I
didn't know if I was dead or alive. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what death feels like, but you figure you're in some weeds and. Dude, that mud is so deep. You know what I'm saying?
I saw you sinking in that mud, man.
It's like being at the bottom of the earth, but I was just over the boat, But yeah,
how was your boat fishing trip? What were some highs of it besides?
But I just want to mention, I was thinking about bad shit like that before I went on the trip, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I was telling Justin, I was like, like, what happens if we flip off the boat or something? I always think about that shit, bro. That's why I don't fly. Because dude, it's 2023, bro. People have too many problems. So, like, why would I trust this dude flying a plane? You know what I'm saying? So it's as simple as that. And then once Kobe died, that really did it for me, bro. I know that was a helicopter, but it's just like, why did that guy fuck up? Like, that's just crazy, bro.
What was y'all's thoughts on the boat fishing trip? What was?
Listen, I had a lot of attempts with no field goals, but that was the funnest like bricks I've ever made in my life. Like a lot of bricks that I shot. Like, no, that was crazy. I've never experienced anything like that. I mean, of course I've been fishing, but not like that, late at night like that. The Louisiana is fucking beautiful, bro. Like I've never been in the marsh like that. Louisiana is like the sunset. I was like, yo, like I'll never let anybody talk about my state like that again. Nah, fuck no. After seeing that experience, like you can't do that anywhere else.
It truly was beautiful how it went down too, because that's the first time I've been boat fishing, but that's also like one of the first times I've been like night fishing to where like we saw the sun go down. Bro, the sun was like I got the video. It's like the sun is like pinkish.
Yeah.
Purple.
What about the moon? Y'all remember the moon?
Yeah.
Moon was fire.
Yo,
moon was orange. I've never seen it before in my life.
I don't know if there was any better night to go bow fishing than that night.
Yeah.
The scenery was beautiful. It was breathtaking, bro.
Yeah. We saw a boar.
Yeah, that bitch is big too.
Yo, like we saw all kind of shit.
We saw a boar?
Yeah.
You didn't see the boar?
Oh, y'all didn't see the boar?
No.
Bro, that bitch was a man.
Yeah.
It was a man, son.
Yeah, bro.
It was
Nice.
running
Yeah.
on. It was running on the. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
The
The marsh?
Yeah.
yeah, but it was like on land.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that shit was. It was huge.
Yeah.
Basically, where I landed, he was on that part.
Yeah, yeah.
Matter of
See,
fact,
and
right
that was
after
the
you
one
left,
thing- if
Is
there's
that one of the greatest
thing that
comebacks of all
comes in that
time?
second,
Yo,
it
he
was like,
was-
what is here? What is on this land? You know, like
Yo, let me talk some shit for you real quick. Like, listen, my dog was down 40.
Yeah.
He was in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had an incident.
Yeah.
Feet might have left the boat.
Yeah.
Might have tried to get up.
Yeah.
Might have got hit by the boat. And then to shake that shit off, to literally like to come out of the game, coach looked at him and was like, yo, come sit by me.
Yeah, you gotta
right?
get back in.
And he was like, nah, coach, I gotta help the team.
Yeah. Like, I'm good.
An unbelievable performance.
Yo, he said I'm good 30,000 times. It
Yeah.
felt like nobody believed him.
Nah, he showed us.
And then he showed us.
We
showed
stopped. Like Devin, I don't know. You're like, we stopped for a good 20 minutes. Like, yo, you actually like good. You were like,
I was getting pissed off because morale was like weird. It was like very like
I mean, you
people
got
were
hit by a
worried.
boat, Devin.
People were worried. I was like, bro, like this is not only is this great for me, but this is great for content. This is great for a story. This is great for, a viewer to maybe catch some motivation off of, fucking getting flung off of a boat and then damn near getting hit by it. Come on. And then, that was adversity, bro.
Bro,
So.
He's so true to this because when he was getting back on the boat, he told me, yo, take my phone. That was the first thing he said.
That's it.
Yo, bro, take my phone.
That mud was up to his hips.
Yo.
Like, no lie to you, Devin. Like, I don't know how you do that. When I saw you kind of snaking back to the boat,
Okay.
I mean, mud was literally at your hips.
Listen,
I didn't expect it. See, I went to go run back to the boat. Obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
at that point, I don't know if I'm gonna live or not because I don't know what's going on. And I'm trying to run back to the boat, and I realize that my feet are sinking into the mud to my knee.
Yeah.
So it's like you go to take a step on the mud and you sink to your knee. It reminded me when I gutted my house out after Katrina. You know what I'm saying? You had to walk in that mud.
yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Hold on, Devin, bro. We talk about the comeback, but like when you shot the fish, this is the biggest fish we saw all night.
Yeah.
Like you saw that, like the instant exuberance out of everybody, just because your man Justin got one. Everybody was excited, but when you got it, it was almost like, oh fuck, he did it. Like nothing,
Momentum swung.
Yeah,
I've never we've all been in sports. Momentum swung.
like in an instant. Like when you felt the fucking boat shake, like what did that feel like, bro?
Oh, I mean, because dude, it really was at the end.
Yeah.
And I thought I was done. I mean, I had several conversations with probably all three of y'all. I had conversations saying, like I don't want to go back unless we catch something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, I couldn't believe it. See, like I had to pull the rope to realize that it was on there. So
because I think the fish went around the boat once.
Yeah.
And you caught it on the back end. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
But that's one thing I'll say. Fishing, bro, it always like when you whip, say like 4 or 5 people and you see somebody catch a fish, if you haven't caught no fish, whatever, if you see somebody catch a fish, it motivates you like, all right, let's get our shit back out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw him catch a fish, so they here,
Right.
It's crazy. But the thing about bow fishing that I realized was I can't even there ain't even nothing funny that comes out of me when I bow fish because it's just straight adrenaline, bro. Like after I caught a fish, bro, it's just like you screaming like a WWF wrestler, bro. Like it is so exciting to do, dude. It's crazy.
Well, I was gonna shout you out, Lito. I've been on a lot of bow fishing. I've been about 10 bow fishing trips.
Yeah.
The best place I've ever
Hands
been in my
down.
entire life.
It was a fucking.
You have a
vibe.
gift. Like for real, I'm not like blowing smoke up your ass. Pause. Like you really do, and like that was not bad, Bob. That was impressive. And throughout, listen, Devin, the interactions go crazy and things like that. Half the interactions, Devin, were about the playlist.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's because you know why, bro? Again, that goes back to what I said when we were on a boat. We telling a story, bro. Like that's what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because you could just go be yourself and tell a story that, hey, maybe most people in Louisiana know, but bro, like people outside of Louisiana and maybe people inside of Louisiana, they see you can doing something competitive is like shooting fish with a bow while listening to BG. Like that's spiritual, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's awesome to always display that, because how many people have you ever seen display bow fishing listening to BG? I think we might have been the first. So it's super tight.
Hey, that was one of the things I thought of. I was like, yo, when is Jeezy being played in the marsh?
Can I
here? Like,
can I cut you off for
go
1
ahead.
second?
Go ahead.
Devin, Lito, and Five. This is my favorite. And listen, I went through Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. This is my favorite comment that I saw. It was, of course, you're going to catch something when Project Bitch is playing.
Yeah.
By hands down, shout out Michael, the greatest comment I saw.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Like I shot maybe 8 shots.
Yeah, you didn't shoot a lot. I noticed that.
I didn't shoot a.
He's worried about the playlist.
I couldn't. I shot maybe 8 shots, dog. But let me tell you why. I couldn't. It had to be a mood. The mood had to be set. And to be honest, every time one of y'all motherfuckers caught a fish, it felt like it gave me power to pick up like a better song. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I forgot what was playing when you caught that shit, but I was,
It was
like,
Project Bitch.
It was?
I promise you,
bro. I'm telling you, like, it was like, yo, like the for me, like y'all, the playlist was me catching fish.
Yeah.
I know I ain't really get a chance to. I ain't shoot a lot of shots, but it was like when y'all was like when you caught the first one. You caught the first one.
Ross caught the first one. I caught the second one. Then I hit that sheep head out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I
still don't know how you did
Bro,
that shit. Yeah.
I was amped. Like it was like, all right, man, fuck. Let me line the songs up then. Let me just start moving them. But man, I couldn't. I mean, y'all did it. Like y'all did it. That shit was fun as hell.
Yeah. I mean, I've been fishing a lot, bro, and that element, it just makes it 2 times more fun. I mean, being in a remote spot and dude, like I just think back to when we were rolling. And I forget what song was on, bro. Man, it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, we were just rolling forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's like 5 dudes on the front of the boat, bro. Like, and you know, you could add 1 million people or 100,000 people to this. If we all rolled up from Louisiana on those boats on somebody like that, like with them bows out, like, bro, that's a scary and also beautiful sight. It's that what a vibe, dude. Seriously.
Speaking of vibe, Devin, I was pretty not like surprised, but I guess surprised at your knowledge of songs, bro. Like, nah, like and also, you being Caucasian, you deliberately skip words that white people don't say, but I appreciate that. And your Boosie, Webby,
yo,
dude was. I'm like,
can I say one thing, dog? Before you answer this, can I say one thing, dog? I had set it off playing, right?
Yeah.
My phone was in my pocket. So like when we hit a bump, it skipped.
Yeah.
Dog, Devin turned around. The song skipped. Devin turned around and looked at me and was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I said, my bad, yo.
That's how you know. That's how you know.
Yeah. I attribute that to the parish, bro. There's so many people like me down there that we just listen to because we are an extension of New Orleans, bro. It's just the truth. So we listen to so much. Like I remember the Cash Money. I remember what the sidewalk looked like. I remember what street I was on when I first heard Project Bitch. If we're just talking about that one song, But yeah, I mean, I've always loved music, bro, and I grew up rapping, so I even loved it more when I was in high school. So,
Devin, I didn't even give you a proper introduction. I mean, I don't think you need an introduction, but still, like John on Twitter. Before I get off, you've done 169 straight Red Bean Mondays. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Tomorrow, the 7th is 169.
169. Okay. Have you already picked your spot for tomorrow or no?
No, I never do, bro. I don't even think about it till Monday after I do the radio spot on Off the Bench, and then I start thinking about it then, because I don't like, dude, anything I do that I plan out and like prep out, it's not the same.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Like I've went places on a limb, and it's been way better than me like plotting out like several days of doing shit, and I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just better that way.
Doing 169 thing, Mondays in a row. That's impressive. I know these guys want to ask more questions.
I got one for you. Like I know Larry Nance reached out to you, I guess, just via Twitter, but is there a Jon Snow and Larry Nance, Red Bean Monday happening?
I would love, dude. I've never really had a guest. I've only had like a couple people kind of interact, but I would love to, bro. But I don't like go back into his DMs and be like, hey man, when you trying to do this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't know, bro. I had Tyron do that same thing last year. I know Larry won. I know Larry's, he really wants to be on. I could tell. But I had Tyron do the same thing last year publicly, tweet at me, and next thing you know, we in the 8th week of the season, and he done unfollowed me. So I don't know what was going on, bro. Like, and I was like low key defending him when he was playing trash.
Yo, let me just
Shit broke
say
my
this.
heart. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. 8 weeks, guy couldn't make a tackle, bro. I was defending him.
He was bad.
It was. I was like, I looked at him, he's like, he unfollowed me. And I was like, all right, well, he's the one that hit me up publicly to come on All Being All Day, So I don't know.
Yo, let me say this. People hit me up that Thursday and Friday after we went fishing, and they were just like, yo, man, Devin? Dog, so like I just want to say, like, thank you. You got me like popular. You got me like the Caucasian community is like showing me love. Like I'm getting love. Like I ain't even know. I'm feeling like somebody, son. I'm feeling like somebody.
I had people hitting me up saying, Lito, Five, Justin. Dude, literally all 3 of y'all had people. I mean, I saw a comment saying the most surprising thing was that Justin was on that boat. I was like, like it was but no, trust me, bro, like ain't no pressure on Larry. Me preferably, I'd love for it to happen during the season.
We're gonna clip it up, Devin. We're gonna clip this part up.
Watch what you clip, because I don't want the honey badger. He. No.
We're gonna clip it out. We're gonna clip it up that 15-second. I'd love to have Larry Nance on. Yeah. Devin, I don't want to take more of your time, but man, I hope you. We'd love to have you on more, man. Talk Pels and keep doing what you're doing, man. You're it's fucking awesome, man. So appreciate you joining the show. It was fun hanging out with you this week.
Yeah, dude, I had a fantastic time hanging out with you. That was fucking awesome, bro.
Hey, we got, for real, Devin, we got to do it again, though. We got to do it again.
Dude, I'm already, like, trying to book my next fishing trip and shit. Cade Beloso is trying to go fishing. So I'm always trying to get, I might start a podcast on the water. Just bring notable people on the boat,
That's fire.
Shit, the service was surprisingly really good, so that actually might work.
That shit was crazy. The service was, like, exceptionally good.
I know. Yeah. So,
all right.
Devin, appreciate you, brother.
Y'all take care.
Take care, bro. Devin Snow, if you don't know him, Holden Mayo, 169th Red Beans Monday is tomorrow. Make sure you follow him on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Man, that was a time. Wrap it up. Lito, tomorrow, USA versus Puerto Rico. Kind of sucks that Jose's not playing.
Yeah.
Give me a prediction for Brandon. What you got?
But for Brandon?
Yeah. I know it's a scrimmage. It's probably hard. I'm putting you on the spot. Give me, let's say, over under 12.5 points.
Over.
Over?
Over.
I'm gonna say under.
Because the film I watched,
I'm gonna say
he ain't getting no touches.
I'm gonna say 10.
Brandon's gonna score 16 or more.
I'm gonna say 10, but he gonna have 8 assists.
I'm going 16 and 7.
16 and 7. That's fair. Who leads the team in scoring tomorrow?
Ant.
I like it. He's a good player. God, I just need Brandon to touch the ball more.
It's not that Brandon isn't a better player. It's such a guard driven thing, right? Like if you're the guard, you're gonna have the ball.
I just don't want to see Jalen just pound the rock. That's my biggest fear, man.
My other critique too is Ant got to create more for others too.
I agree.
He has to. If you I hear him. The number change, the mentality change into this coming season. You gotta spoon feed other players.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Reeves or Herb? Who's a better player?
Come on, man. I already told you.
Herb. I mean, Reeves couldn't do that shit I just seen.
Nope. He couldn't.
Wait, hold up. One more time for everybody watching on YouTube. Hold up.
me.
I got to
Restart
restart.
it.
You know what? Hold up. Let me restart it, and I want y'all to comment through the clip.
This dude right here, he has to get up and press some things.
Pick your dribble up.
This look how he's standing,
He ain't know
bro.
what to do.
Anytime somebody's standing in front of you like that,
You can't pick me, dog.
bro. Herb is probably the dude at the park that get off work and go straight to the park.
It is work clothes.
And like he got shorts under his work pants. And look at dog. Anytime somebody sit like that, he want all the problems, bro.
Look. I
Bro.
dare you. You can't pick me though.
Nope.
And you can't roll.
Nope. And I got a tip.
That's crazy. Hey, listen. He literally, it was another dude in the corner. Herb literally guarded 3 people in that possession. And he only.
Herb Jones probably wore ankle socks. If he was like a regular person, he would wear ankle socks to work, and then when he got off work, he would go straight to the park to hoop and lock everybody up.
Shout out NBA Twitter for telling us our opinions on Herb versus Reeves was wrong.
Yeah, that like little clip got way too many views. A lot of opinions. I hope if Austin Reeves flops this year, I'm gonna be unbearable.
No. I don't want him to flop. I don't want him to flop.
I do. What?
But
I do absolutely.
But I'll say this: I think when you looking at the, I feel like we were trying to speak on it from a nuanced perspective, and it was a lot that goes into the game, and a lot of attributes or a lot of time on ball Herb doesn't get that Reeves get. I really feel like if you just flat out saying player 1 is better than player 2, like
if you're looking at stats,
yeah,
okay. Then I really don't want to have the conversation with you. If you're looking at analytics, like
Jared, that's the problem with the whole thing. Everyone just looks at box scores and stats and analytics, and I can't stand it. Watch the game. Herb affects the game more ways than Austin does. And I'm not saying Austin's a bad player. I think Austin's a good player. The one thing Herb can't do is shoot at an elite level. If he shoots 35% this year, he's a way better player than
he will.
Austin, I'm gonna be a villain because I'm just the spook who sat by the door. Austin is a better player.
That's fair.
If you don't catch the reference, that's on you.
Yeah.
Austin, a better player. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of Boot Crew Media.
That means I'm lying.
Crystal Hot Sauce, Company Burger located 4600 Red Street. Chris Smith of Latter Blum, Jarrett, and Lito. We'll see y'all next. Actually, you know what? I want to tell you this. I'm going to do a recap tomorrow about Brandon Ingram if y'all want to.
Yeah,
y'all want to join. So they play at 9:00 tomorrow in Vegas against Puerto Rico.
9:00 p.m.
here. So 7 in Vegas, 9 here.
Okay.
So it'll be a late night. But thanks for everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Mess that one up 5. We will see y'all tomorrow night.